This is the picture that I sent her in her email. I was going to put it on the other video, but I got to talking to my son, and I didn't watch the video, and I just slapped it together and put it up. So here's that. Am I happy to get to this point? I bought these spoons at the Dollar Tree, and the silver, I don't know if you can tell, I'll get it close enough so I can see if you see it. The silver is coming off. You can tell it right down here at the bottom. So I've been using them for coffee and everything. I took them out of my dishes. That's not a smart thing to do. All right, let's get busy. Let's get these things ready to go. So, we're going to take out some glue, pour it down in there. And we got sticky, sticky, sticky. And I got nothing to put it on. I don't know. Okay. Rub it in. Let's get us a little bit of water in here. And now we want to take and mix her up. Just water and glue. Wish I had a smaller container now. I have a container somewhere, I ain't found it yet, that I do all this kind of stuff in. That's alright, we can deal with it. We are not beneath playing. I'm going to throw this one away. If I need another one, I have another one. Now, we are going to take our flowers and we're going to, I got dog hair in there somehow. Alright, I'll pick it out as I go. I want to put all, I got that glue stuck to my fingers, and now the pins are sticking to me. We're going to stick them all down in here. Did you see what I just done? I stuck my pin down in there. Well, let's find out what we're going to need. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm so ready. This right here will be the last thing that I do tonight. I can't do no more to it. Everything has to dry. I missed my fingernails. I took Wood outside, and I grabbed him by his chain when I take him out, and this time when I took him out, he took off and started sneezing. And when he sneezed, and I had just my fingers underneath there, and he took them 2 fingernails completely off. So I'm going to be feeling naked for a little while. I'm going to make sure I get all my pins out of this. But don't want no pins in it and all. Now, see if I can take one of these and wipe this one off, and it'd be kosher. Alright. So, now we want to mix all this up, and we want to get it all wet and sticky. And here's that hair. Get that out of there. I think I'm going to have a little bit more. So, let's make us up a little bit more, because I want them wet. Okay, let me get me another spoon. We're going to do it this way. There we go. Now, I'm going to make sure they're all soaky wet with glue on it. Okay? Now, we're going to start laying this bad baby out. And you want to lay them flat. If they want to curl up on this side, flip them over and lay them out like that. Make sure they're flat. Now this process is for stiffening them all up. Okay? And right now it doesn't matter where you lay them, as long as they get laid down and be able to dry flat. You want them stiff and flat. Now you see why come you don't want to wash it. Scoop that down there. Can't have it attached to the other one. Try to make it lay as flat as you can. Now when I do the other part, it's going to be Mod Podge. This right here is just to stiffen them up where they'll lay down. Make sure all the little corners and all is flat. So far I ain't used those. Got a hair in there. Let me go find me a rag. Alright, I found me a wash rag. It'll work because it'll wash out. When I wash my wash rag, it'll wash out. So I'm not too worried about it. Alright, I'm going to put that one aside. That's got all kinds of crabby crap on that side. I don't want it. I want this side. I just want something for it to dry on. Because this right here, you can wash it and go back to cooking in it. It's because you could eat that school glue. It's washable. So we're doing good on it. We just want everything to lay out here. And flatten out. Alright. There it is, yeah. I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty of it all. Miss my fingernails. You don't want them touching, because if they touch, they might get glued together, and you don't want that. But you want them all flat. Ooh, we got one more in here. They got a hair. Alright, I think I am done. So now I'm going to take my junk, wash it out, and I can't do nothing else till tomorrow. After these right here dry, they have to dry. Now, come and check them out every once in a while. Make sure that they don't, they're not, bowing up or anything, and all that good stuff. Alright, we'll call it quits here. Or would you like to stay here and watch them dry? Watch it dry? Huh? Yeah. I might let you do that. That would take forever. I ain't gonna be that cruel to you. So, I'll see you whenever these get dry. Guess what? I found me a brush. So this is what I'm going to do next. Just to make sure everything is up to par. You see how soggy this one right here looks? You see how soggy that one looks? So I'm just going to unsoggy it. And lay it kind of flat. Got some water right here to rinse my brush in. I think it would help it some to get some of the soggy and let it dry quicker. And you most definitely find if there's any places that is folded under, you'll be able to find it. I think this right here would be a good idea. We'll find out, won't we? I can see this right here needs a little trimming, but right now is not the time to do it. When we get done, we'll do some more trimming to it. Yeah, this right here is a makeup brush. I don't wear makeup. I don't want to lie to nobody. To me, wearing makeup, y'all may not agree with me, but that's okay. It's saying you're a liar. You're like, how in the world are you saying that? Well, you're trying to hide your face. You are not who you say you are. That's like, and y'all can say whatever you want. I don't care. Report me, whatever. But that's like when some guy says, I'm a girl. No, you're a liar. You are not a girl. You are a boy. That's not what God made you. And I'm going to stick to what God says. I am who I am, and you are who you are. And I'd rather be true to self and others than I would a liar. Only thing we have is our word. And if we act like we're somebody else, what are you doing? You're lying. You're a liar. Most people don't look at it that way. But that's the truth. Alright, I think I got that one. Now let's see what we can do about this one. Wow, what a load. That's a lot off of that one. Hey, let's see if we can get Mom to tell us a story. Mom, tell us about Grandpa and Rascal.
Oh, okay. My grandfather's daddy was a slave owner in South Georgia. But he was more the slave than they were, because they had him trained pretty good. Well, Grandpa went to the store, and he brought him back a bunch of chews of tobacco. Then it came in little twists instead of a plug, I think they call those square
Plug,
ones.
yeah.
Okay. Well, Grandpa sat down at his desk that evening, and he looked in his drawer, and there was some of the tobacco missing. He says, Russus, did you take some of my tobacco out of my drawer? Well, yes, Mr. Mac. You know, all niggers steal except Russus, and Russus, he'll steal a little bit. Grandpa said, now, Russus, that wasn't right of you to steal from me. He said, all you got to do is ask me, and I'll give it to you. He said, yeah, but it's better that way.
All right, now tell us about the one with the slavery, when the slavery got free, and Grandpa Mac.
Oh, okay. This is about 1955, so it's a long time afterwards, but Grandpa had been able to kind of keep up with the son of the one man that was a slave to his grandpa. And every once in a while, when he'd get a chance to go down into South Georgia around Covington, and he'd stop and he'd buy stuff that's kind of difficult for them to get a hold of, like bathroom tissue and candy and sugar and things like that, and he'd take a bunch of stuff down there to them. So my new husband and I wanted to take Granny and Grandpa out in the country for a ride. I wanted to show him about some of my old family's homes and things. My great-grandmother's home was still standing then, but she was she would go from house to house to house. Everybody wanted her to stay with them because she was such a fine old lady. She was Cherokee Indian, and we all loved her. And they would fight over and argue over whose house she went to next. So one of the children's houses burnt down, and she said, look, you just come and stay in this one. It's completely furnished. You just live here, and I'll go here and there and everywhere like everybody wants me to. She said, I'll just live everywhere. So that's what she did the rest of her life.
I'm more interested in the one where I think it was Grandpa Mike went to his house, and he said, y'all get your clothes, now here comes Mr. Mike.
Yeah, okay.
I want to hear that one.
Okay. So, Grandpa was real good about giving directions, but you had to remind him occasionally, you know, Grandma, you have to give me a direction now because I don't know where I'm going. And he'd say, well, don't worry about it. They made these things with backups. And just as he'd get to the turn, he'd say, okay, right back there you turned. I said, no, Grandpa, I didn't. You didn't tell me before I got there.
No, you're misunderstanding.
Yeah. That's why he gave directions.
Yeah, but that hadn't got nothing to do with directions. It's him going to that, his ex-slave owner, and they're saying, grab your clothes, let's go. He come back to get us or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
So, they always counted on Mr. Mac bringing them something. But this time, seeing as how we was in a big car, because we had a little sports car, and I said, we're going to take Granny and Grandpa out in the country. He said, well, we're going to rent a car so they can ride comfortable. Both of them can ride up front with me, and you can sit in the back. I said, that sounds good, long as there's plenty of room up there for both of them. So we rented a car, had plenty of room in, and we took off. We got down there and we got Granny and Grandpa. I said, Grandpa, is there anywhere you or Granny would like to go? she said, yeah, I'd like to go see Mama. And Grandpa said, and I'd like to go see old Tim, I think was his name. But so many of the slaves had the same name till it was kind of hard. Grandpa's grandfather had 4 slaves named Rufus, and all of them were up to stealing. And when they talked about Rufus, you didn't know which one they were talking about. So it got kind of confusing and funny too. But so he gave us directions. We had to back up quite a few times because he wouldn't tell us the turn until we was way past the turn. And when we finally pulled up in the yard, Leon just barely tapped the horn, so it made a whoop sound instead of a honk, you know. And when they saw who it was, the old man jumped up and he says, "Lordy, get your clothes, kids. Mr. Mac done come to get us. It's been a long time, but he come to get us. Said they've plenty of room in the car." And he said, "Now we'll take you all for a ride. You don't mind, do you, Leon?" "Oh no, sir, we'll take them all for a ride, even if it takes more than one trip. That's fine." He said, "But I can't take you home with me. The law won't let me. They put me in jail for taking you home with you, and I didn't have you something arranged ahead of time. They think I was trying to make slaves of you again, and that's illegal." They said, "We tell them you didn't make slaves. We just come see you." He said, "We're just going to go for a ride today." So a bunch of them piled in the car, and we went riding. And it thrilled them to ride in a big old car, because they just didn't usually get to riding anything except the back end of a truck.
Yeah, or back end of a bus.
Or the back end of the bus, yeah.
Yeah.
And since Grandpa and Granny had gotten out down at the house there, 2 of them got to sit up front with Leon. Leon was my first husband. We were only married about 6 years, but Tom and I, my second husband, we were married 28 years.
Wow, y'all married that long?
I don't know how I put up with him so long.
I don't know how I put up with him so long.
I don't
Neither
either.
my daddy.
Because after me and him divorced and all, you went and stayed with him and took care of him.
I took care of him and all.
He had
And there
cancer.
at the end, the second bout that he was going through, I was like, "Dad, Stella needs to step up and be, you know." And by that time, me and Joe had separated, and I wasn't living there. I had no home. Did Dad at one time say, "Sandy, don't live out there on the street. You come and live with me"? No, Dad never said
that.
Never said that to me. And here you ended up losing your home because I believe it was because of me. Because you let me come and stay with you. And I mean, I don't know the whole background of that, but I know that I did a lot of things there at that house, you know. I don't know, but anyway.
I don't know.
I don't remember I remember moving in that pole shed.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh, I loved that.
We both loved it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get off here. We're gonna let these dry, and we'll reminisce another day.
Okay. I have it on.
Say that again. It is my fault that you do not have a boyfriend for what? Your flab.
It's covering up my fabulous.
Okay. Now, I worked on this thing for 23 minutes and something. And whenever I was going to put it on the video editor, this is what I got. 23 minutes. But I only did half the quilt. So whenever I go back, I'm going to show you the back of it where I stopped at, and then I'm going to go back and show you the beginning of it. That's the only way I know how to do it. So I'm going to try it again, but I have to wait for this one to dry. Okay, I want to show you this. When these right here were on this right here and drying, all I did was just take a spatula and went underneath of it and got it up, and it came up just fine. So I just wanted you to know that all you have to do is take a spatula and go underneath it, and it'll come right up. Since they decided they wanted to take that away from me, alright, they're doing good, and they are dry. So, let's see here, and they're stiff. Now these two I still have the pins in. So let's take them out, and I'll show you how easy they are to take out. Let's see if we can do it this way. There we go. Get that board out of the way. Alright. All we gotta do is just go through and just pick them out. Ain't hard at all. See how it's in there pretty good. Now, since I'm having to do it in halves, all I want to do is take it and turn it over like this. Now, this one right here is right here. So I'm going to go with this one over and this one up here. Okay? And then I have the two. This is the three. This is the four. The four. Right here is the four on this side. So I'm going to start back over here. There's the four. There's the four here. And then we have the two here. Now, let's see. We have the two. They're going this way and this way. That one. And then the four, that one's going up. Okay, so now we have these. Alrighty. Let's get our hands dirty. So all I did was put a little bit of Mod Podge in here and very little water. Here, let me make some more. It ain't gonna hurt a thing if I do. I'm not measuring or anything. I'm just pouring it. Let me get this out of here first so I don't have that in my way. So I'm just pouring some in there. And then I'm pouring just a little bit of water. Not much at all. Just enough to water it down. And then I'm stirring it up real good. It's just a little bit thinner. Is all I'm doing is just thinning it down. There we go. Alright, let's start with this one. This is further away. Time to get my fingers all wet. Now all this right here you see to dry clear. Oop. Oh gosh, I don't want to spill it on it. That's for sure. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this off and then I'll come right back. Alright, the reason why I did that is so that I will have some video if something happens. Alright. Let me get this off my hands. And I'm just using a regular wash rag. All this right here come out of this rag, and if it don't, I don't care. Dry glue. Oh, my fan in there is going wild. That's what that squeaking is. It's my fan. Alright, now. It's getting worse. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do from right here is I'm going to go back to the first one. You want to get you some pins you don't care nothing about. Okay? And you want to stick it down in there, pin it down. You seen how earlier how easy it was for them to come out. My fingers are glued, it's glued to it. Alright, let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's see if we can't continue on. And all you want to do is just stick it in there so it'll stay straight and not curl up on you. That's all you're worried about. Is it curling up? That. No, that didn't hurt. Oh. This is a lot of work, but I tell you what, it is worth it. It's so beautiful. She's past ready to send me the money. I know she is. She texted me or emailed me and said she don't get her check till the first of the month, which I totally can understand all that. Now, when I go to do the rest of the boxes, I'm going to do them all priority. I am going to check, see how much they weigh. If they weigh over 5 pounds, if they weigh over 5 pounds, then they are worth priority. But if they weigh under 5 pounds, then it'd be better to put it in my own box. And I'm pretty sure everything that I'm going to be sending out is going to be over 5 pounds. But I am going to see. We're going to find my scales and do work with my scales and see how much it all is. I'm trying to make it just as easy as I can on you guys. Less money and everything. Let's try these right here out. See how bad I can do with these tweezers. But the cheaper I could do it for you guys, and all, I know you all would rather do it cheaper. Money don't grow on no trees. And there's no value in it either. There really is no value in money. It's factitious. In other words, it's fake. Look at that dollar bill. Where's the value come from? Nowhere. Nowhere. I think it's looking good. Really good. Now I'm waiting. I'm putting them all down before I put the pins in it. So they have time to stick a little bit to the material. That's my brain behind that. Alright, let's go back down here. Alright, there it is. Now we're going to let it dry. And we'll be back in a couple of hours. So I still have these right here. And these two right here. Why don't we go ahead and put these right here. Put these on. Go ahead and put them on.
I went into a home to see some friends of mine. Out of all the books and magazines, the Bible I find. I asked them the Bible and they brought it, what a shame. For the dust was covered it over and all the fingerprint was plain. Dust on the Bible, dust on the holy word, the words of all the prophets and the sayings of the Lord. Of all
Problem is if they stay. If they don't stay, that's the problem. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but there it is. It's kind of like too late now. Alright. So, put some pins in these things. I did this one out here first. So I gotta go in this corner and put it on. And the pins are just to hold it so that it don't curl up. That's all they're for. That's too big. I don't want to use that one. Alrighty, there they are. There they are. We're going to let it sit there and dry. You want to watch it too? I'm going to turn you off.
if I surveyed all the good things come to me from above, if I would count all the blessings from the storehouse